The next presentation is going to be entitled Onboarding a Contractor in 100 Seconds, Myths or Reality. And we will have Krzysztof Borcz from Vercly, Adam Łabęcki from IDENTT, and Grzegorz Wójcik from Autenti. Almost like 3 tenors.
Wielkie brawa, wielkie brawa.
Tak, mikrofon biorę. Dobra, to wchodzimy na scenę. A? To i tak musimy się jakoś spróbować ustawić, żeby środek było widać, bo...
So let's somehow position ourselves. We hear that here is going to be presented something that we're going to present you. And I'm not sure if you have a joke about losing with lunch, not enough people here because of lunch. No jokes, only serious matter, because we are dealing with a serious topic. Unfortunately, the clock has started, so let's dive into it. We would like to present an onboarding process that combines 3 companies. And it's a very synergistic, and it presents a synergistic approach as well to onboarding. So let's see 100 seconds related to contractor onboarding. A bit more rock music. What we have presented to you is not a myth, it's a reality, in which I myself, Krzysztof Borcz, representing Vercly, Adam Łabęcki, IDENTT, and Grzegorz Wójcik from Autenti are going to present you with. 3 teams combine their efforts to make this process as simple, as automated as possible, and to make it as safe as possible predominantly, so that we don't want to increase conversion rate by all means. We need to make the client assured that they are safe here. What you've seen here is not just for the purposes of marketing system. This is how it works in our client's premises. That completes the process to make it simple and automated. What we've seen here are 4 elements that we would like to tell you about. Some of the elements may be functioning in your companies already, but within that group, I think we can combine it in a very synergistic whole. First, company verification. So we want to get as much data as possible in a very specific context. If you are an obliged institution, a bank, let's say, or we have a payment institution, we are a payment institution, then the context might be different, of course. But the most important thing here is that it is done based on verified data, not declarative data. And now, client needs to fill out a short form, not to provide too much data, because otherwise the client may leave the onboarding process and go to a competitor. Second step, representatives. We want to be sure that a given person, by name and surname, is a representative of a given company. This is the first part. Second, completing that step of the process is that the representation should be minimal. Maybe we may need one board member, maybe two, maybe proxy. So this is something that in the onboarding process can be verified by the client. And thanks to that, this step is not going to be, it doesn't have to be manual and too long. That's the first two steps. Then Adam will take over, so we know the company. And then behind every company there are people. As Krzysztof mentioned, there are representatives. And in here, IDENTT comes into play. We are providing, here in the video you've seen a developed version of our options. We wanted to show in one place all three possible scenarios. One of them is obywatel, citizen. Secondly, a physical document that you need to present. And third, that is going to be connected to our portfolio, is the EUDI wallet. Simple steps, as you could see. As Krzysztof mentioned, it's supposed to be safe. That's the most important thing, but it needs to be quick as well. So far, processes have been quite long. In 100 seconds, we want to provide the entire onboarding process, not only our part. The verification happens in 3 stages. First, you need to present your ID or choose obywatel. Then, as it was said, 11 million Poles use it, so then the the data is confirmed by the state. While downloading the data, we also can provide our face in front of the camera. Krzysztof asked us about a joke in the beginning. I used to have hair. For biometric system, it doesn't matter if the person changed, because we did change, or we do change along the years. So there is a verification process, not related to your haircut. Verification of an image. You need to confirm that you are the person on the photo. And then all the data is then sent on. And here I give the floor to my colleague with all the data, then adjusted to a form. And then, Grzegorz? Yeah, the era of single tools is history, is the past. Right now, we can combine all those 3 elements in here, learning about our contractor, verifying not only who they are, but also if they are credible. And we're checking here against 100 databases, very important for risk management. And we also know that company is one thing and representatives is the other. We had the second step then. We have full clarity who is behind this application. And then, of course, we need to finalize that with a contract. Without that, business would not operate properly. So the third step is electronic signature with confirmed identity, verified image. This is something that seems natural, but this is dotting the I, let's say. That makes a difference. Autenti provides a number of possibilities today. This can be a regular signature, advanced signature, because the client is verified, or it can be qualified signature. It can work in simple scenarios, but also those very advanced ones. We will also integrate it with European wallets. It's very important that in one ecosystem we are able to have a tool set that would be a critical infrastructure for the business. A selection of solutions that is not only addressed to big companies, because of course banks, financial institutions, and companies from this industry have the obligation of using these kind of tools, and they use it. But We live in very difficult times. Cybersecurity is growing in importance, and these solutions are going to be needed by most of the businesses. These solutions are also, let's say, cost-effective and can be used and can be afforded by smaller enterprises as well. And it's a great value. The entire process is completely digital, so it's not only convenient for the end user, but also there is digital proof behind it, not only collected within the process, but also from a platform available, so that in a couple of years, when things turned out to be verified, that we will have to be verified, we'll be able to be. And it's not only about a matter of reliability, but we want to be sure that our contractor is not on a sanction list, for example, or maybe there are other risk-related elements. Identity verification is one thing, but do believe me that it's even more important to have the information if the contractor is credible, financially liquid, and has other problems that would be in other databases that may not be available today, but will be in the future. What's important here, I think, all the documents, all the proof is in one place, and they can be used not only as the element of current client processing, but also it's an investment in the future. We know this is certified, it has certified quality. One thing I would mention, Krzysztof, you worked a lot on the issue of access. It's not only a Polish solution, right? Because these verifications may be numerous here. Krzysztof, tell us about that. Yeah, it's very important that organizations are not purely focused on the Polish market. You have to go global right now. Of course, the regulator might be different, but when we need to onboard a client or check them from the perspective of different jurisdiction, Vercly is integrated with over 30 jurisdictions, plus the US, and that every state is a jurisdiction in itself, so another 50 jurisdictions. And this data is unified in one way and kept on one carrier, so that when the regulator comes, you have a result of due diligence. So it's not disseminated, it's not manual, because manual processes are not working properly. Their quality is not enough. So when we keep to a particular context, Vercly is integrated with over 110 data sources. If we want to have 20, 30, 40 different databases and check it manually, it's impossible. By checking one particular tax ID, NIP, we have contractor, subcontractor, real beneficiaries, and checking only this collection of data on the sanctions list. There are many of those, we have 80 of those integrated. Doing it manually would not be possible. Even if you do that, there will be during an audit, it might be a problem. So thanks to the synergy of all our services, from your perspective, you don't need to worry to download data from KRS system, from National Court Register, but to combine it with other data sources and then verify the identity based on the context of an onboarded person. And then if you contribute to, and then if you move on to signing, well, our teams have done the job for you. We have one REST API that provides particular data so that companies can do it then in an automated way. Not only to make it easy for you, but also to get your clients do their job. Not every information can be downloaded from the register. For example, SME status, you need to download the data related to the amount of employees. There is no register that would, in a credible way, provide you with this information. So when collecting the data in the onboarding process and getting your clients through it, we have a situation with a safe client portfolio. In an automated way, it is verified and it is quickly integrated to fulfill all the formalities related to the regulator's obligation. So that is the result of the synergy we would like to leave you with. One last sentence, we have a minute. If you have an element of the process, not the entirety, please speak to us, maybe today evening, to look for common denominators. What else can we do not to get us rid of this manual work?
100 sekund to nie jest reklama.
And 100 seconds is not an advert. This is how it is supposed to, how long it's supposed to last. What's most important here, you have three things. You have speed,
Bezpieczeństwo.
security, and certainty, legal and business certainty, so that your client is satisfied. Thank you very much. Please speak to us in the stands.